Hello and welcome back. Today I want to tell you a story about a guy named Carl Ripken. And he became a famous millionaire in the early 2000s, and he produced a lot of products all around the world to make his money. And one day, one time he decided to go on vacation to New Zealand. And it was a 2-week vacation, and he enjoyed the picturesque landscape, the wildlife, the seashore, all the things that were going on so much he decided to buy a giant piece of property there. And over the next couple of years, he spent millions of dollars, a good portion of his fortune, investing in this place to make it the most beautiful place on earth. And it made international news. And then he put an ad out. And he said, you know what, if you want to come live here with me for free, I would love that. And he said, all I got to do is apply. I'm going to take 10 people, and they can live. And he built houses for all these people that would come and live there. And they could enjoy the snorkeling, enjoy the seashore, enjoy the animals, the wildlife, the mountainous terrain. I mean, it had it all. It was paradise like you wouldn't believe. But there was one catch about the application that he didn't tell anybody about. In order to live there, he wanted people who were between the ages of 50 and 70 years old. That's what age he was at. And you had to guarantee that you would spend the majority of your time there, not that you had to spend all your time, but the majority of your time there talking with him, because he wanted to have adult conversation. You know why? He was lonely. He had all this money. He had everything that you could want in this life, but you know what he didn't have? Friends. He didn't have anybody who was his friend. And people went blind far to apply, and a couple people did get accepted, and they lived with him. But here's the thing you got to understand. You know, we as humans, we crave wanting to have fellowship with one another. We want to be around others. And right now we're going through this virus that's going on, and people are supposed to stay indoors and stay away from one another. That's why we here at the church are finding creative ways to you work with one another and keep people in contact. You know what? Relationships are so important. And Jesus wants you to know that he wants to have a relationship with you. He doesn't want you to be a God who's up here or out there or in here. He wants to walk with you. He wants to talk with you. He wants you to feel loved in tangible ways, because he wants to be your best friend. And that's why he brought the church together. The church is not a building. It's not a place where we just do things. It's designed so we can come together and encourage one another, it says in Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 and 25. So we can have friendship with people that have the same relationship with God that we have. So we can build upon that. And when we're going through a struggle, they can build us up. And when they're going through a struggle, we can help build them up. So we can all be strong and realize how much God really does love us, how much God is moving, and how much God does love us. The world is looking for that type of love. They're looking for relationships. And now more than ever, they need to find Jesus, because here's the great thing about Jesus. He's with you all the time. Doesn't matter what's going on in the world. He can always be with you to let you know you're not alone, to let you know that you're loved. Reach out to him today, and if you're feeling that way, say, God, I need a special case of your love today. You know what? I believe he'll answer that prayer request, because that's how much he loves you. So remember that today. And remember, as always, that Jesus loves you. I love you. You are awesome.